First time.
Are we live now?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, we're live. Did you record me going like,
Don't worry, I can cut it out.
Okay, don't worry. Just leave it in. Leave everything in. All right, this is our first podcast. So here we go. Verbal laxative. Let's introduce everybody here. My name is Sinson. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. I'm Hassan, so that's all I'm gonna say.
And I'm Jason.
See, this was shitty. We should have done it. My idea when we introduced the other guy, so that you get to see what you really think of this person before this podcast even starts. We can just wreck this entire friendship.
I think the listeners.
We just wrecked Zinzin, really.
I think the listeners get. If we ever have any listeners, will get to know us in the long term.
Yes.
Over time.
Yes.
We need to drop so much.
That's if they want to actually learn anything.
Exactly.
They could have dropped out already.
We might not even want them to know who we are, depending on what we say.
Mark and they're out.
Yes. All right. This is how we. I can't believe how actually.
So first, sorry.
You're being too nice to me, man. Just cut me off. Just be like,
I was gonna say maybe we have a little bit of a discussion of how long this idea has been gestating.
I know. Yes, we should. Because I don't know how you guys feel, but basically we talk bullshit every day, and we're like, you know what? Let's just record this shit down because we're wasting our lives otherwise.
It's still wasting it either way.
We're still wasting our lives.
At least it's on record that we're wasting it.
I said this before. This will be something that I can proudly leave my children and my children's children, so then they can see how stupid I was in my youth.
And they'll just totally want to be disowned.
Yeah, this will be in like this really old rusty box of like USBs, I guess, at that point. And they'll find it.
They'll be in the cloud.
Well, either way, it'll be there with all my porn and stuff, and they'll be, oh, this used to be grandpa's stuff.
Do you think they'll actually watch your old porn? You got like tons of it.
I think it would be old for them at that time. I think they'll have like holographic porn by that time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or even like by then you'll have your own like, you know, like your own like sex bot. So then you'll be like, what the fuck is porn movies? I can't believe people watch this on TV.
It's like how it's like pictures for us now, where it does nothing.
Yeah, it'll be porn will be the old, black and white photographs and the everything that you associate with old right now.
Every creep in the future will have a sex robot brothel in their own basement.
I would like that. I think we were born in the wrong timeline. I wish
everyone thinks they're born in the wrong timeline at that point.
Yes.
Once they come out with that, just like, damn, Lincoln would want to be born in that timeline.
Yes, like in the future. Well, right now, I guess the only good thing is we don't have polio anymore, but we don't have sex bots.
During the time of recording, no polio was found.
Are we dating ourselves by saying this? I think everything we say is actually going to be dated.
Today.
Because if we talk about current events, then obviously we'll know exactly.
Well, yeah, but if we're lazy and we upload this like a month later, then
which is probably going to happen.
Okay.
I don't think we'll be dating polio that much, whether we upload it tonight or a month
People
from now.
will know at least that.
All right, but
hey, these guys that recorded on the internet.
This is excellent. This is all the bullshit that we ever wanted.
Well, like you said, verbal laxative.
This is verbal laxative. Yes.
So we have a bowl of pineapples in front of us, but are we supposed to eat on this if we want to sound professional? How professional are we trying to make this?
Well, I want to eat the pineapple, but you know what? We'll just don't worry about it.
Oh God.
All right. Anyways, let's talk about something that people. Our imaginary viewers might actually give a shit about.
This is totally unprofessional.
What part of this looks professional to you?
Exactly.
My mic. That's about it.
Jeez, this is a little bit of class
this is the
division
ASMR
right now.
Part, then.
No one can see this, but Jason has a really expensive mic compared to me and Hassan that just have, like fucking hand-me-downs, that looks like.
And we're set up on a poker table, so...
mahjong table.
I'm sorry, mahjong table.
Now we know he's Asian. Or at least one of us. Guess who?
Slowly they can piece together my identity.
Son's the Asian guy with a mahjong table.
That reminds me, I forget what show it was, but... It was basically, you don't get to see the characters. I think it was Weeds or something like that. But it was like this really redneck Texan family that was like, you could hear the voices arguing in the house. And it's like, Larry Dane, I caught you cheating on me, you bitch. And then you don't even know, you don't see them until the end. And it's like an Asian family with just like, well, this is like wearing cowboy hats. You'll never hear that accent almost ever. I've never.
On weeds?
No, well, I forget what show it was a long time ago, but it was like it makes you think like, well, I've never seen an Asian freaking
It
Texan
kind of sounds
accent.
familiar, but I can't place it.
It might not even be Weeds. It might have just been.
I've never watched Weeds, so
Maybe I just made it up.
And somehow I think it's familiar.
You know
Because
what
you
I
guys
think.
talked about this before?
I doubt it. I don't really remember anything.
Or
we
maybe it was
talked
just Zinzin himself with the cowboy hat on one day talking.
I tried to make this a reality. I'm like, I can't wait to have this podcast so that I can come out with this stupid story and have people believe me that it's real.
about. Well, that's the lame thing too. Like on Fridays, go into work, you get to wear jeans. If I wear a dress shirt with jeans, it looks like the cowboy kind of look, and Asian cowboys is not a good look. You can't pull it off.
Then just wear a t-shirt or something. It is
Well, that's
casual
what I
day.
usually do, but it's like sometimes you just wanna, because you have so many of them. I don't know.
That's why I used to always wear dress pants even on Friday, because I'd be like, it just messes up everything. Keep the same thing going.
I haven't even washed my dress pants in
Yeah, but
a
that
very
is-
long time.
Don't wash them, dry clean them.
Well,
Jesus
I-
Christ.
I gotta save money somewhere.
We have
I
no
spent
money.
money on this
you
mic.
guys have no money. Yeah.
I spent money on this mic, and that's about it.
That's why.
all I
That's why he can't dry clean.
And there goes my budget.
But no, you're right.
So Jason right now is sitting pantsless because he bought a mic, and he can't afford pants anymore.
He can afford the shirt, but not the pants. I would, if it was me, I would probably do the other way
I
around.
sold all my pants for this. I had pants before, but I had to get rid of them for this.
Who
Genius.
would
And it's not even my house.
who would buy used pants? You tell me right now.
What's used underwear that people don't buy? People buy used pants.
Have you never heard of a thrift store?
Oh my god.
Or
No.
Village?
In my
They
mind,
sell
it was
used
basically
clothes.
like you sell the pants and then the guy wears it right away. But then I thought about it, and you seems Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Danny DeVito gets like hobo pants and he boils them. He boils the jeans. Is that what the thrift store does?
You boil it? I don't even know if they go to that extent.
I mean, it would be cheaper than washing them if you boil all the clothes before you wear them.
If you're boiling them, it's still using water to boil them. Why not just wash them?
Well, you could have made a fire like outside.
You still have to use water, so
Well, you
whether
still have to
washing
use
or
water,
boiling.
but you're not using electricity.
One day,
You just get a giant pot and like some sticks for a
you
fire.
should try this one day. Just
I don't
boil
want to.
your jeans.
So, you wash your clothes by yourself? No, I boil them. Yeah,
That might be a fucking thing. You think
People
about it.
probably
that's
do
a
it.
hipster thing if it is a thing.
Yes, they like this, like this really hipster minimalist bullshit.
Do
Right?
hipsters even wear jeans? I don't.
I'm
In
gonna
my
wear
mind,
them
if I picture,
ironically, probably.
if I picture a hipster, he's not wearing jeans. If anything, it would be like that fake jeans, but it's like those skinny jeans.
The
kind of
faux
things.
jeans.
Yeah, it's just a jean print, really.
Jeggings? Is that what you're looking
Yeah,
for?
I guess.
Gross. No.
Dude
No.
jeggings.
But it's a dude.
No.
yeah.
No. Men should never wear jeggings.
Some men do.
It should be a crime. I would make this a capital offense if a guy wore jeggings.
I've heard of dudes wearing women's jeans so they can get them tight as fuck. So
Why would you want that though? Like, why would you
like
want
that,
your legs to look as skinny as humanly possible for a guy?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't understand this stuff.
How do people, like guys especially, find jeggings comfortable? Because it's tight.
There's no
But it's
way.
like, okay, around the leg, maybe that's reasonable for some people, but it's like the crotch. It's like,
No,
how
no,
is that
yeah.
even-
They've just decided they're never gonna want kids, and they're going with that.
That's just seems so.
It's just
I don't
It
think
just-
it works to thin out the population now.
it sounds just so like almost repulsive. Like, I don't want to wear pants that tight.
It's impossible to wear pants.
I'm sorry to anybody listening that wears really tight pants.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate, but I think
Yeah,
you're
okay.
scum.
Other than the discrimination we've been doing
People
right
don't
now.
know yet, but
It's
this
okay.
is a huge lie.
This is a choice, like it's not like racism when you're born a certain race. You choose to wear skinny pants, so then like
That's true.
I hate you because of it, of your choice of wearing skinny pants.
I think we've been talking about skinny pants for way too long.
Let's do this for an hour. This is the dream,
More
isn't
about
it?
Pants.
This is what we got into this business for, to talk about skinny pants and boiling. jeans for basically an hour, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's just influenced by pants.
All right, no, let's actually get some real.
Oh, hey, do you know how I told you a while back? I guess I didn't tell Hassan, but you remember a while back the Carnival Cruise had that fight?
Oh yeah,
like the gang
Oh yeah,
war on
did you
the-
hear about this?
Which what?
I let it. Yeah,
It's a Carnival Cruise a while back. I'm not gonna. I don't remember exactly how far back, but basically there was a big group of people that went on the cruise, and they basically formed a gang, and they just started like bullying people on there, like beating people up, claiming the turf basically, and they eventually had to get Carnival Cruise staff to actually like come down and actually fight back, like literally fight back. They
Fight cruise.
yeah, it's like Fight Club but on a boat.
Fight cruise. A week of just pure fighting on a cruise.
Yeah.
That would be a good vacation idea.
But the reason I bring that up is just today I read that Carnival Cruise, they actually have a cruise that was like already out to sea and everything, and it was starting to flood.
Oh,
But
what?
not because it had like a leak or anything. It's actually a water line like that burst or something. But it actually like flooded a bunch of rooms and everything. And man, Carnival Cruise is not having it good. After work today about the lady that exploded urine in the
Oh!
microwave.
Yes, yes. I saw this on the news in the elevator. Basically, this girl went into 7-Eleven,
Uh-huh.
heated up a container full of her own piss,
Uh-huh.
and exploded in a microwave.
Why?
Think
What
about
was-
this.
What was that? What was that?
That's the first question.
What was the end game? Like what?
That is a good question. There's so many other questions, just like why and like how. And
How do you bring your urine?
How
like,
does it explode?
Did she come on the bus or?
well,
like,
Jason came up with the idea where she might have done something smart, where it's like, well, maybe she wanted to get a drink, and if you're gonna heat up the urine,
I
you can
was just
boil
trying-
away all the bad stuff and drink just the leftover
I was
water.
trying to
Disgusting, 'cause
justify
you're
it.
in a convenience
Yes,
store.
you're in a
that
7-Eleven.
90%
Yeah.
beverages.
We were making that joke where it's like, yeah, I want to microwave this, heat it so I can drink it and everything, boil out all the bad crap. And the 7-Eleven attendant just like, we have water here. You just want to get a
Don't
bottle?
they always have a deal on like water bottles for like 2 for $2.22?
At
or
that
something
point,
like
they'd
that?
probably give you free water.
Yeah,
instead of
I
having
mean, if they
piss in
saw
there.
somebody drinking their,
Well, it's okay.
Well, they didn't necessarily drink it. So she just microwaved it. It apparently exploded.
All right, so here it is.
Oh,
Here it
why?
is.
Again,
Here it
let's
is.
get to the main question.
I will answer your questions and enlighten you, my friend.
Okay, before he reads that, though, I think I read this and it didn't actually say why. But maybe it's a different article.
I don't know. Okay, here's the headline. It's on Huffington Post. Woman allegedly blows up pee sample in a 7-Eleven microwave, and the on-duty clerk was pissed. That was the headline. Yes. Apparently, a woman in Aurora, Colorado, cited for property damage because she allegedly used a 7-Eleven microwave to heat up a white plastic bottle filled with urine on Thursday morning, and it blew up. And this girl, 26-year-old Angelique Sanchez, just left the convenience store after that. And that's basically it. I don't think there's.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
say anything.
She's
First of
cited
all-
for $500 damage for the microwave, though.
Another question just comes to mind. Who the hell heats up plastic in a microwave? Aren't you not supposed to do that?
She's heating up urine. I don't think she knows the rules on how to.
That's like
At
the
least bring a proper Tupperware container.
Yes.
full of piss.
If you are going to heat your urine, do it in a microwavable container next time.
But
What the
Exactly.
fuck?
I read in a
That-
different article that wasn't even the first time that's happened. I don't know if it's like
Same
in that s-
person?
I don't know if it's the same 7-Eleven,
I mean,
same
maybe-
person, but it just said that wasn't the first time that's happened.
Maybe the microwave exploded because of the plastic bottle. I mean, if she'd brought Tupperware, maybe she could have successfully heated up her urine and continued on with her day. Without
Good.
creating-
Yes. She needed this. She needed consultants to talk to on how is the perfect way to heat her own urine. I mean, why?
Okay, if you're trying to drink urine, is it better hot than cold?
I don't think she was trying to drink it.
Well, it's a
What
sample.
the hell was
so
she
what
trying
is-
to do then?
I don't know.
Okay,
Heat
let's
it
say,
up and then-
would it help if she was like on drugs and she's just trying to kill like any?
Well, that's what
Positives?
that was probably
Oh.
what one of them might have.
I don't think that would.
But then why don't you just do that in the privacy of your own home?
I don't know.
She doesn't want to blow up her microwave.
She's already done this at home. She already blew up her microwave before she went to 7-Eleven. She's like, this is gonna work. There's a convenience store. Their microwaves are better.
They could heat up those crappy tacos in like seconds.
Imagine, can you imagine? She's not like some kind of like crack whore or something. She's like the district attorney in like Colorado. She's like the DA's office.
I think the guy tried the
26,
7-Eleven attendant tried to get her to clean it up or something, and all she did was wipe it onto the floor. And
Yeah, and then
left.
she ran out. Yeah,
Yeah.
so she ran out of the 7-Eleven after she blew up her bottle of piss inside the microwave. There's no decency left in this world. At the very least, if you're gonna microwave your own piss, clean it up after.
Exactly. Bring your own roll of towel paper.
That's something else I was wondering the other day. This segues perfectly into it about bathroom etiquette. So like public bathrooms, especially, you go into a bathroom and there's a whole thing, like logical thing. You go to a urinal, someone else comes in to pee, they go to like the furthest one.
Yeah.
That's pretty
You
logical.
leave a gap, but you leave one
Yeah,
in between.
yeah.
Always.
Okay, but where do you stand on like people talking to each other in the bathroom?
I don't usually like to talk.
Yeah.
Not when I'm
Right?
doing my business. If you're like just washing your hands or something like that, or you're done your business and you're washing your hands or whatever, that's fine. But when you're no.
So if the guy's looking
Yeah.
at you and licking his lips, that's no good for you.
No.
Wait, while I'm peeing, while my dick is out?
Yeah, while your dick is out, his dick is
Well,
out.
if he was looking at me licking his lips, and I'd be like, "Give me a plastic bottle, I'll fill it up for you and go warm it up."
You would say that to the guy.
Yeah.
You know what? Realistically, I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy up. And realistically, I would probably just look at him, tremble a little bit, and then just finish peeing and get out of there before I'm raped.
What if he's into that too?
Then I just made him
I
even
mean, if he's
more
smiling, if he's
into it.
smiling while watching you pee, he might be into that stuff too.
Maybe it's one of those things where it's like his friends on the other side of the the urinal to the left of you. And
Still, I mean, they can save the smile for later.
yeah.
I mean,
that's the bathroom isn't the best place to
How
do it.
long do you pee for? Like a minute max? They can smile when they get outside.
Well, either way, if someone turns their head at the urinal, you know you're in trouble already. That's already not a
Yeah,
good sign.
exactly.
Yeah, even with those dividers there, I always think that people are still able to look over it.
When I'm at the urinal, even if there's people around me, I pretend no one exists at that point.
I think that you should not be able to turn
I
or
just focus on
yeah, you either
what I'm doing.
you gotta look
Get that
straight.
fucked
You think
up.
those walls should just go up past your head? You know,
Yeah,
the
why
stall,
don't
the stall
I don't know
dividers.
why.
Is it just to save money on that material?
Same thing with the washroom one. Like they should go all the way to the floor and all the way to the.
You know what? I've been
Fancy bathrooms have that.
I've been to a washroom where it's like a hole in the floor
Yeah,
and
China.
no stall.
It's just holes.
Yeah, so you just watch people like
What
where
if
you're
you're at
shitting
just the
in there.
construction
You
site?
went
They're
to
gonna
ancient
build
Rome?
something there.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that was it. That was what it was like, and at the time, I actually really needed to go, so I was like, you know what, fuck it. I did it. I swallowed up my pride, and
If
I
you
just.
have to go, you have to go.
Oh yeah.
Or you could store it in a Tupperware container and bring it to 7-Eleven.
But if he had to poo, then I guess
No,
you could do that
he could be the
too.
first to do that too.
Would that explode too? How did it explode?
I would never.
I
don't wanna
don't-
keep
there's
that
too
up.
many questions
That-
about that.
I'm still stuck on that. I don't know why. First of all,
Someone should ask this woman why she did what she did.
Why and how?
This is what the news should be doing, you know. Instead of
Yeah.
doing bullshit about all this Donald Trump
No,
shit
but, I mean,
every
if she
day.
brought it in a container, that means she planned it, right? Like it wasn't like a spur of the moment thing, like walking by. And
I'm pretty sure that's a pretty spur of the moment thing to do.
how do you do a spur of the moment?
Well, how would you plan this? Like, yes,
It's a urine sample, so she must have either be like just coming from the doctor's office or going to.
But they
with
said
the sample.
plastic bottle. You're
Yeah,
talking about those plastic
well-
cup thingies.
Yeah,
If it's a plastic bottle, I'm
that's-
I'm
I-
imagining an empty water bottle like Dasani or Aquafina. Not to besmirch their names, but
it's like the same, anyways. If they pissed into a bottle, that would be what. This
no. But I mean, like, if you're pissing into a bottle,
You're part of the Nestle Pure Life
unless
lobby.
you
Yo, Nestle
if it-
actually is better than the Sunny though.
no, but it makes me-
Water, yeah, water
Yeah.
does have.
It makes
I guess
me
you could
think
say
it
water
was
has a taste.
planned because, like, she just happened to have an empty water bottle on her, and she was walking by, and she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna squat right here and take a piss."
We do not know the minds of these sophisticated people.
Yeah,
They have
too
Sophisticated
much
people.
sophistication for me.
the sophistry is too much for me on this. But no, like only God knows now, and only she knows.
I don't
God
even-
is up there like, what
I
the
don't
hell are
even-
you doing?
This is not why I created you. People.
I check in once a millennium. This is what happens.
Oh my God. What would you do? You know what? Just try to imagine if that was like your kid in the future. What would you do if you found out your kid? Let's just say like like an 8-year-old kid, your son, your daughter, pisses in a bottle, lights it up, heats it up at a 7-Eleven microwave. How do you discipline them for
You
that?
said 8-year-old kid. That's different. If an 8-year-old kid does it, you can educate
All
that
right,
shit.
all right. Let's
out
say
of
your
them.
30-year-old future daughter She's like a pediatric surgeon. Go.
I don't know.
Well, first, come
At 30, I'd hope that I wouldn't have to.
You wouldn't. Well, yeah. Okay. It's out of your control anyway. It's like I've done what I could do, and this is how she turned out.
Well, that's the thing. Like, was it? I forgot what show it was. It's like even a rocket scientist could be stupid.
Yes.
You could be smart in one thing, but stupid in another. Sounds like a Seinfeld bit, but maybe it's just the way I'm saying it.
Prime example: Ben Carson.
Ben Carson.
A surgeon.
Mr. Ben Carson like this, talks like, I like that. I would microwave my own piss and put it in.
That sounds more like Michael Jackson.
Shit.
I thought you were starting to do Mike Tyson a bit.
Yeah,
Or
it's
Mike
slowly
Tyson.
turning into the Mike Tyson
Tyson,
slash
Ben
Michael
Tyson.
Jackson slash whatever. They all have the same talking style, but no.
Ben Carson, the only black guy to say that slaves were slaves by choice, or chose to be slaves.
Didn't Kanye
Well, it's
say
good
that as well?
exercise, you know. Didn't Kanye say, oh, God.
Kanye say the same thing?
Kanye said that because he had a freak out on TMZ. You saw that? It was like a couple days ago.
I don't watch anything related to the.
Oh, I don't
Kardashians
either.
or
But this
Kanye.
was grade A cancer, like the delicious cancer, the ones that like you cringe while you watch it. But it's so funny because you can't believe people are just fucking this retarded. Anyways, what happens was he was at TMZ and recently he wore like a Make America Great hat again, right? And that pissed a lot of people off. So he was basically at TMZ to, I guess, to explain his actions on wearing a hat.
Yeah, because that's the most reputable place to explain yourself.
Yeah, but then he likes to go on these tirades. He'll go like, hold up, back then for Taylor Swift, Beyonce's album was better than yours on stage. Anyways, he likes the grandstand and he started saying shit like, I don't even remember, something about, hey, we should all love each other and, Donald Trump's a good man, blah, 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 blah. And this other guy, another black guy, TMZ staff, that's when he spoke up and he was like, Kanye, you're full of shit, basically, right? I'm paraphrasing here. And then they both got into it. And then at the end, Kanye was like, you know what, man? I don't want to fight with you. I love you, man. Come and give me a hug and stuff. And then the whole video was just that. You see them just being stupid. Full grade.
Yeah,
Go full on retard.
full on.
Yeah, Kanye is not very bright to be.
But he is richer than all of us combined. So that means he's
by
more successful
far.
than all of us combined.
Wasn't he asking Zuckerberg for 53 million last year, or was it the year before? Something like
I
that.
forgot what that was for. I remember hearing about this.
He said he had so many ideas for Facebook, he just needed 53 million from Zuckerberg to give.
Can you
or something
imagine?
like that. Some.
Can you imagine a Facebook run by Kanye West?
Facebook's already dying. I don't know if he would be able to help it.
Watch, it looks exactly like the Facebook you have right now. Same philosophy as Zuckerberg.
It's dying, so who cares? I don't even use Facebook for really anything. I just check it for events, and I use their Messenger, which I consider a separate thing because they have separate apps for both of them.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, Facebook is trying to also do that, like the linking like the pay and mobile pay and stuff to it, aren't they?
Well, that's kind of stupid.
Are they? I know.
What
they have
credibility
everything.
do they have
You can
for that?
sign into everything else from Facebook.
Well,
pretty much.
it's because they're trying to copy China, because China already has that app where you do everything on
I don't
this one
they're
app.
on par with that.
I don't. They're definitely not on par.
I wouldn't even want to do that because
I
you
definitely
pay with your
wouldn't.
Facebook and then your Facebook gets hacked and all your credit cards.
Well, you already have no privacy anyway, so you might as well make
yeah, but
use of
I
it.
don't have much on Facebook. I don't put my credit card anywhere. Like I don't have the.
Google's the one that knows everything about me. Well, I don't even have Google Wallet, but Google knows more about me than I know about myself, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Also, like, okay, so Amazon has Alexa. What's Google's
Google,
whole thing
Google
called again?
Home.
It's just
Google
called
Home.
Google.
So one day, basically, they can just talk to you and hold a whole conversation with you at that point. Then
Yeah, pretty much. They're already constantly
They're working on
developing
their
it.
way to a vision, just like from Iron Man.
I already have Google that can control my lights at home and
How
my
much more
TV
power?
and
You
stuff.
got that?
Yeah, you just need smart lights, right? And you could sync it up.
Yeah.
And so I could even turn it on right now just by telling my phone to turn on my lights at home.
fuck, Jason. This is how like the Matrix
Oh, it
starts.
will end up killing me, I'm sure.
You start off
Like
by hey Google, control all my lights for me, and then the next day they are feeding you for the energy that powers their machine.
Exactly.
I don't know if
That was a Black
Do I get
Mirror
paid for
episode.
that?
No, but you get to live a comfortable life because
Okay. Well, then, yeah,
you're
sure.
just a battery. You just lie there, just like in the Matrix.
Yeah, if it's like the Matrix, sure. If they gave me the deal that they would have gave what's that name? The bad guy that killed Tank and stuff.
Fuck, I can remember these things.
I don't know. The bald white guy. They offered him the deal like to stay in the Matrix and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, he wanted to
And
take
he
it.
could have had a sweet ass life. I would do that.
You would be the guy that betrays
Why
the
would
whole
you
team.
want to go out of the Matrix and live in crap hole?
You have a good point. Just live in the sweet, sweet Matrix.
Use my crappy battery body and I'll live a good life.
Well, actually, you know what? It would suck that, you're a battery, you're in a Matrix, and then your life that's simulated is just a cracked out hobo.
That's the thing. They gave him like good stuff, right? I think that was the deal they made. It's been a long time since I watched The Matrix. If someone's probably going to listen to this and just like rage at me.
I can barely remember after, like the second and third ones. I can't remember.
That's when it got
best.
crazy.
Yeah,
the first
I think
one was best.
just the first one is the only good one.
You think about it, if you're gonna be having a simulation of yourself in the Matrix, they should just made everybody just rich as hell. Just like have
Yeah, but
everything.
you don't feel as powerful if you don't have people to be.
You don't feel as powerful unless you are struggling.
Well, you gotta feel better than like, hey, at least I'm not that guy.
The accomplishment is much more satisfying when
So
you.
then why not just try to be more accomplished in real life and then just...
Wait, they could have made fake people. They could have had
They
bots.
did?
That,
No, they did. Because remember, the guy in the beginning, he made a program with the girl with the red dress or something.
Yeah,
So most
but
of
that's just her walking. I don't know if she's.
well,
actually-
most of the people I think were simulated. Like if they had to have hobos, I bet they're simulated. Unless
No,
you're
they're
the
all
poor
batteries.
bastard that's actually
simulated
living a
hobo.
hobo life in the Matrix.
Yeah,
Like,
he is. He totally is.
No.
All the people are batteries, so I'm sure that's how it worked.
Yeah, but
They wouldn't give all of them good lives. They don't
yeah,
care.
but let's just
But
say
if
in this
it's-
world there's like 7 billion people. You think there's in this world, the Matrix world, 7 billion people. You think there was 7 billion batteries left over? I think
Yeah.
because they wiped out like a whole chunk of humanity in that movie, right?
Did they?
Yeah,
the
that's
first
that,
one.
Yeah, no, that's where the setting is from the Matrix. Basically, the humans got wiped out by the machines, and then the leftover humans are made as
Oh,
batteries.
Yeah,
So it's not like you got like the whole world right now being.
but isn't that a separate issue? That's.
I don't know. You just have to,
I'm just saying all the people in the Matrix are batteries at that point in time.
Yeah, but their simulated lives, what? They can all be millionaires or billionaires.
They could be, but the
Provided
machines
what?
wouldn't care.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
because then that would make them want to stay in the Matrix if they had a good
Yeah,
life.
but they're not aware of the Matrix.
Well, they're saying that's just a failsafe. So if something went wrong in the Matrix, you see a glitch and there's a blue screen, but then the machines are like, oh well, we fucked up, the system crashed. But hey, you're living a good life. Why would you want to leave that, right?
Well, that's incentive for a backup, but I imagine it as like a program that they're running to just automatically generate a person's life. So let's say a baby's born, they're in the Matrix, and the father, let's say, was rich but lost it all gambling or something. Then it just like continues on with that script, and the baby's just born poor and crappy life. Sucks to be that kid, but it's just automated like that. I imagine. The machines wouldn't want to spend the extra effort managing all that.
the machines simulate the inequality of capitalism inside the Matrix.
They were made by the people.
God, Jesus Christ! No. If you were smart, if the machines knew what the fuck they were doing, make everybody stinking rich. Everybody just has all the money, all the shit they can ever want in
But
their
in your
lives.
scenario, poor people would still exist, but they'd be bots.
Well, most of them
They'd
they
be
would
closed.
just be they just
Yeah.
be they weren't
Like fake
those
people.
will be they would be populated by these fake people.
Yeah.
The poor part of society.
Oh yeah, sure, that'd be better for the people themselves.
Because you're right, they do need to measure themselves. They need like that poor little like a hopeless guy in the corner to be like, oh, I feel better about myself.
I just don't see them willing to put the extra processing power into making all these fake people.
The machines are lazy.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
No, they're
you're driving-
efficient.
If you live in like a 5,000 square foot mansion and drive a Lamborghini around everywhere, do you really need to see a hobo on the side of the road in order to feel better about
Well, when you're driving your Lamborghini, you drive through town, and that's when you see all the cracked out hobos, right?
yourself? No, but still, if you have all that stuff, do you actually need to see a hobo in order to feel better about yourself?
I don't know, man. I've never owned any of that shit.
But you wouldn't feel as special having a Lamborghini if every other person has
Yeah,
a
I think that's
Lamborghini.
the whole point. Like, you don't like rich by itself, I don't know how much that means, but you gotta measure it against something, right?
Yeah.
If we're walking around like millionaires today, and we're like, we feel awesome, and then you stick yourself in a room with like 29 other people in there like worth billions, then you feel you're pretty inadequate in that regard.
I think it's more how much you want. What's your sacrifice?
Well, no, think about it this way.
If you magically or whatever had $50 million in your account right now, and tomorrow you bumped into a guy worth $2 billion, would you still feel like shit?
Well, because you're gonna bump into a guy that's not worth $2 million at that point. You on average you feel like you're the shit because on average you're like the top 1%.
Yeah, it's like thinking you're the big fish in the small pond, but then you find a bigger fish.
Yeah, then
you're like,
that's
shit.
Like it's not really about the money. It's just feeling like you're like you're above. Yeah. That's the whole thing.
No, but that's what I mean. That feeling, if you can control that, or if you're satisfied with what you have, then that feeling's not gonna jump.
Well, some people can be satisfied with what they have, right? Some people don't need that much money, and they're like, "Oh, I live a great life." And
but people have greed and envy, the sins.
Most of the people are like that, right? So that's what I'm saying. You stick yourself on a deserted island, I guess, that still has all the amenities and services, but all the other people are billionaires and you're only a millionaire. And they're like, oh, you have what?
I don't think
this is how you live. You only have one yacht?
Oh, man, I wish I had a yacht. Could live on that.
You could get a mortgage and buy a yacht.
I'd have it just on the land, like an empty... Like somewhere. Yeah.
Yes,
there's no water. I don't live near any water.
That's the thing. Like access is like too much of one thing is too much. Like freaking Jerry Seinfeld. They say he's an avid like car collector, right? Same
he has a whole show.
Yeah.
They have he has the show too, but he has like 100 different like cars or something like that or whatever.
Yeah, he's got so many because he does the what was it called? Coffee and
getting coffee and cars with comedians.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait, why that's a show?
That's a show. It's on Netflix
YouTube,
too.
But now it's on Netflix, I guess.
I always wondered, how is Jerry Seinfeld still rich?
He still makes money off Seinfeld.
Dude, he still makes money
off
Seinfeld.
He makes a ton.
He makes I don't know, in the millions off of royalties of
the old episode of Seinfeld.
Him and Larry David still make a shit ton of money.
I don't know the exact figure, but millions.
Yeah, definitely.
What about the rest of them, like Jason Alexander and the?
They initially didn't make much. It was like a contract negotiation thing when they first started, I believe, and they were making like much less. And the same thing with the royalty agreements, I think. So I'm pretty sure they're still making money, but not nearly as much as
nearly as much as him. But they're still
They still get a paycheck.
They still get a decent cut.
Who's the guy? Kramer.
Michael Richards.
Yeah, Michael Richards. Did he ever take a hit? Because he had that whole tirade and a racist tirade at that point, and he got a lot of flack for that.
I never heard of him after that.
No, his career was done.
He wasn't even doing anything.
He was doing stand up.
He was just doing back to stand up.
Yeah, the whole thing was stand up.
I'm sure he wasn't doing it for money. It's more just something to do.
I think he was doing it for money.
He's still got a ton of money, I'm sure. He was on an episode that I saw of Jerry's new show, the coffee and cars thing.
Pre-racism or post-racism?
That's post.
Oh, okay, so he was forgiven.
Well, I think they mentioned it, and he's saying like, "Yeah, okay, I could see how I was stupid about it. It's been a while since I watched it, so I could be misquoting him, but yeah, it seemed like he's taking it for all he can, really.
Absolved.
There's no plus side
by the Lord and Savior Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, but yeah, his show is like he picks up people in like a car. Usually they're just unique. He picks out a car that might match the person to the best of his ability. They go out, have a coffee or whatever, and just talk.
And this is talk.
He
picks shit all day.
A famous person.
Oh, not just some random guy. Person. Yeah, it's like, hey, you get in the car. It's like, motherfucker, give me all your cash. Oh man, this is gonna be a good episode.
The first one was like Jim Carrey or something, and then after that,
was Jim Carrey on one?
Yeah, Jim Carrey was. Well,
I haven't seen him in anything.
From what's on Netflix, the first episode is with Jim Carrey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I only watch random ones. I mostly watch it when it was still just on whatever site, but I haven't seen Jim Carrey in anything.
He got really political lately. That's probably why.
He's like growing all caveman. Is he got like a beard and stuff?
I think he shaved that off.
I don't know.
He was just on.
What was the last movie he was in? Or what was the last thing he did?
No, he's working on a movie right now.
Last thing that's just at the top of my head is Dumb and Dumberer,
No.
but that wasn't the most recent. That was a while ago. He tried to do more serious stuff
He
too.
did
didn't
the
he?
Bad Batch, I think. He was in that.
I don't even know what that is.
It was Jason Momoa, and it was set like in a post-apocalyptic.
Maybe that's why he was beardy.
Cannibalistic.
Did he have a beard?
And did he play his character in Ace Ventura in that movie?
No.
He was Ace
No,
Ventura.
I think he was.
Ace Ventura, Apocalypse.
I didn't even finish the movie, so I don't know what happens with this character.
All the animals are dead.
Oh man, he's got nothing to detective.
That would
Those
be a
were
good
such
movie.
good movies.
That would
There's
be
two-
a good movie. I've always had this one idea for a movie where it's like, like a Mad Max world, post-apocalyptic, everything's the shit. There's fucking people are like cannibals, they kill each other like that. And then right at the end of the movie, it goes right to the border, and you realize the country on the other side of the border is completely normal. So it's like you realize, oh my god, this post-apocalyptic America right across the border is like Toronto, and there's like Canadian border security, passport please. And you got like Tom Hardy in his fucking like Mad Max outfit, and who's that chick that was in
Charlize
them?
Theron.
Charlize Theron with one arm, and she was like, oh shit, I don't have my passport. I can't get across this border.
Yeah, just the apocalypse was.
Yeah.
It was very.
Relegated to just.
No, yeah, they had no choice but to stay with Morton Joe because they took the passport.
That'd be good.
That would
I
be
think we
a
talked about that once, right?
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
just we gotta find
Someone to have.
someone to take this idea and make it just fucking take off.
What if
Good
someone
idea.
listening to this steals the idea?
Oh god, if you're listening, please don't steal our idea. This is
Or
the
at
only
least
idea that
cut
we have.
us-
I think we started off pretty
Yeah.
good too, considering our name, Verbal Laxative. We started off talking about pee.
Yes, it's good to link your podcast to something that reminds you of like shitting,
And then we went to number 2 for a little
diarrhea.
So
Yeah, well, I think pretty much every episode we do or session, whatever you would call it, is gonna be just talking shit. I think that's where the name comes from.
yeah.
All right, but you should. All right, let's intersperse something that actually matters in the world. Just because
Should we?
Yes,
Really?
we should. Yes,
Wow.
we should.
Sometimes shit matters, okay?
All right. Yeah, you can't talk about
Do we
women.
have a motto for this show?
I don't know. We'll come up with one.
Cause
Be all you can be.
okay.
Verbal laxative, because sometimes you really need to get it out fast.
Yes.
Verbal laxative.
Yes. Our
Fresh.
listening to us will make you shit your pants. That's basically what we're going for. Who would want to listen to this after that?
You can listen to it while sitting on the can.
Yes.
Oh man,
That is what I expect.
Raking in the money.
That's what I expect.
If we ever make any money from this,
Like people that are suffering from this medical constipation, you're like, listen to this.
I think we could get sponsors from like laxative companies.
X-Lax.
Yeah.
If
We'll
you're
be-
listening, give us a call.
We'll be more powerful than those sugarless Haribo gummy bears.
We should
Oh my
totally
God,
try
those
some.
were
I
insane.
still think we should try doing that.
Why
Like just
would
the
you wanna
roulette
try
of it.
All right, we'll
Set
do
up
it.
a row of gummy bears, like
Yeah.
2 of them or whatever, is like actually the sugar-free ones that make you shit.
It'll be
And,
Russian roulette because you don't know what you'll be grabbing.
Alright, so I propose we go have Popeye's chicken before that, and then do the reverse.
Just to make it
Yeah,
worse.
yeah.
to make it
Let's
work.
go to someone's house that only has one
Hey,
bathroom.
this spork I've been holding the whole time apparently is from Popeyes.
It is. It's
Popeye's is good.
It is really good. Have
It
you
is
ever
good. I like it.
have you ever tried Korean fried chicken before?
That we did in downtown.
Yeah, wild chicken, right?
Yeah, wild chicken.
I think Korean fried chicken is still better than Popeyes.
Well, it's a different
Personally
taste, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like
But,
you can feel like you want to eat Korean fried chicken, and then you can also feel like you want to go for Popeyes one day.
but I still find Popeyes and KFC completely different too, because KFC has their own feel to it. It doesn't seem like normal chicken. I don't know.
It can be made out of rat meat. Would that change
I'd,
your mind?
I'd
at all?
probably still eat it. I've come too far in life eating KFC.
Right at that point, you're just like, yeah, okay, I've accepted this.
At that point, you're just like, oh, so rat tastes good.
Yes, yes, and you would solve a big problem.
Start
You
a
clean
rat
up the
farm.
streets.
The rats, yeah, having tons of rats is gonna clean up the streets.
Well, we have
Because you would
to.
want to farm more of
We would
them,
have to
right?
import them from New York, But then there would be such a demand after that.
We have rats here, right?
Yeah, but not as much as New
Yeah,
York,
not
and
nearly
not
as
as big as
much.
New York. They got the big
They got
meaty
the-
rats.
Is that why they have so many Popeyes and KFCs? Sorry, Popeye. I know you're chicken. Right?
Oh god,
Yeah.
lawsuits! I don't know. I at this point, I'm hoping nobody ever listens
Popeyes
to this
is
at all.
so good. And
This will be the
Popeye
unaired
Sailor-
episode.
Yes.
The first episode.
We pledge our allegiance to you, fried chicken chains.
You know, sometimes pilots don't pick up in TV shows, so this is just...
That's true.
Yes, we're already betting against our own success now.
No, I mean, Game of Thrones pilot has never seen the light of day, but it's still an awesome show now.
Was it? That was the pilot. The first episode was the pilot, wasn't it?
The first episode was a pilot, but the first episode they actually filmed had different actors.
Oh,
in
yeah?
it,
They had,
and
like, Barbara Streisand
they had
as...
and they had a different kind of plot to the first episode.
Did they change any of the characters, though?
No,
Well,
they
it's still
changed
based
the
on the
actors.
books.
They changed it. Daenerys was played by
Barbara Streisand.
No,
it was
not
Barbara Streisand, wasn't
some
it?
other chick.
I thought
can't
you were
remember.
going to say Danny DeVito for a second.
Danny DeVito as Eddard Stark.
Oh,
No, I
so
mean,
noble.
Literally, like they had a few different actors, and they filmed it like that. And then
Rob, you gotta be king, Rob.
Did you see him in the Super Bowl commercials where he's like the red M&M?
Oh, yeah.
just
He's just swimming in the pool.
chocolate.
Of chocolate, yes. Yeah. So, oh my god.
Paid
That's
more than we will ever in most of our jobs just to do that, just to swim in chocolate and
I would
slather
swim in chocolate for
over his
free.
body. Danny DeVito's worth much more than you. That's why
Oh,
they
I
paid
know
him
he
to do
is.
it like this.
Damn, that guy. I'm envious of him.
How did he get successful? How the fuck did Danny DeVito get successful?
He was.
Taxi, wasn't it?
Was it
He was
Taxi?
in it. He was in it.
But what was it like? Just his raw acting talent?
Must have been. He's not the best looking guy.
I think more his comedic talent. I don't know.
He's got some kind of talent.
Yeah.
Talent that surpasses.
I mean, hey, if we live in a world where the Kardashians are famous, then why can't Danny be?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Danny DeVito wasn't born into a famous family that I'm aware of.
Exactly.
worked his way
Whatever-
up.
Whatever
Yeah.
skill he has, he honed
It was
in.
all merit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
worked
He
for
deserved
himself.
it. The Kardashians can just. They're famous for totally not being anything for their own. They're
No.
just born into it, really.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Which is crap.
No, Danny DeVito had to work hard.
Yeah.
He had to.
Danny
he had to.
DeVito. What a boss.
The adversity, and then boiled jeans.
Did you see the thing? It's like a extra scene or something they filmed for Always Sunny, and it's like Mac talking to Charlie.
Yeah.
And he's like, so it's your turn. Danny's waiting for you. And it's like, what? It's like, yeah, there's a contract in Danny DeVito's contract. It's like you have to suck his balls. And he's like, what was this joke? He's like, no, it's serious. You have to do it. It's your turn. And yeah, it's so funny. You gotta watch that.
They would,
I'm not.
they would
giving
do it.
doing
If there
justice.
is anybody out there that would do this, it would be the gang from Sunny's that would do this.
That show is so good. It's
Yeah.
so crude, but
Well,
it's so
I don't.
good.
Yeah, it's a shame. I don't really have much time to watch that.
I've only seen the first couple episodes.
Oh, you got.
It's really good.
Oh no,
so
sorry,
good.
the first couple seasons.
Well, it's funny. It's something that, you know, if you have nothing else to watch, you can watch it. It's not gonna be like something you're gonna marathon. You can't marathon that. You'll lose your mind.
Yeah.
I don't like to download stuff, and I'm not buying anything right now because.
Wasn't it on Netflix before? I
It
don't know
was
if it's
on,
still
it was
is.
on American Netflix, I think.
Oh, okay.
But now with Canadian Netflix, I can only watch what's on Canadian Netflix. So I'm just rewatching Office.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we did that too.
Yeah, I did that before too.
Yeah.
So I'm on like season 4 of that, I think, and I'm watching New Girl. Started rewatching New Girl. Hey, it's pretty funny.
I
That's
dropped
what
out
people
of that
said
for a
that.
while.
Dude, it's hilarious. I watched all of it up to season 6. Season 7 is on right now. I think it's already done. They only had 8 episodes, season 7. But
Yeah, I
it's
gotta
pretty
stop
funny.
watching that. I've been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is really good,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I heard it might get canceled, so
I don't know. That was the same thing with New Girl. It got canceled, but since they hadn't tied up their storylines, they gave them another. They came back from cancellation for 8 episodes or something like that.
They're on Fox, right?
Yeah, it's on Fox.
Why does Fox cancel everything?
Other than The Simpsons.
Well, Futurama they cancel.
Futurama was awesome. They should have canceled Simpsons and kept Futurama going.
They should just keep
Whoa.
both going. They're both good.
You don't want to make fun of the Simpsons. You know, they got some powerful people out there.
They're the longest.
don't care if-
They're the longest running scripted show.
At this point, they're just keeping it alive just for the sake of keeping it alive.
No, that's well and good, but why cancel Futurama? Futurama was awesome.
Would you want the Futurama to turn out like The Simpsons? Run for like...
No, not turned out to be 30 seasons, but like give it a decent run at least.
I bet you somewhere, someone was like... someone was probably thinking about Simpsons the way you're thinking about Futurama right now. And it just got way too long. And then now we're in this situation.
Simpsons
now.
was good for quite a while too.
It was.
I haven't watched any of the new ones, but I hear it somewhat better than when they were crap.
You have to bottom out somewhere and then kind of go up again.
Yeah, they don't do any of the smart jokes anymore. They used to have like really subtle smart jokes and stuff.
Yeah,
just like little one-liners that you could have missed as a joke.
Back then when they didn't give a shit.
Yeah, now they just do the stupidity, like physical humor, kind of just easy jokes.
I don't feel too bad about Futurama because they managed to eke out like 8 or 10 seasons overall.
Yeah, they kept coming back.
So, I mean, they ended up giving us 10 seasons, which was pretty good.
It's still a really good show.
It was like nice to see it if it had gone on for a couple of
But there was, I think, at least a season or two that might have been weaker than the rest.
Oh, you're gonna get that, right?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
But I still
but
find
overall, overall, for me, animated sitcoms, that's the top. It beats American Dad, Family Guy, everything else.
American Dad is one that started out really crappy, in my opinion. I'm not speaking for everyone, but it was really crappy before, and then it actually started getting better.
I know exactly that's exactly what I thought too. In the beginning, I saw something. What the fuck is this? This is such because it's a parody of a really just conservative CIA guy, and it wasn't really anything going for it, but it grows on you.
Yeah, it does.
I haven't watched it in a long time. I mean, I don't even have cable anymore, so I don't really have the ability to watch a lot of this stuff. Other than, going online whenever I feel like it, but then not to go out of my way to actually search it up and stuff.
I've just limited myself to Netflix.
Anything you can glean off the neighbor's Wi-Fi.
No, we have no Wi-Fi. The neighbor's Wi-Fi.
I wonder if I could actually get any of the neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Nah, it's...
Like right here, your neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Oh my god! Anybody that just no. This day and age, you can't do it anymore. Back then, it was the golden age. You can do that shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, holy shit, that was a big detour. All right, let's talk about something that's more consequential to people's lives.
Futurama is consequential.
All right, you're right. It is.
It is my
consequential
life.
to Future's lives. All right, so the big thing, basically, of the not really this week, but this month was North Korea and South Korea. They might finally, just bury the hatchet and be like friends.
Well, as long as they don't bury the hatchet in each other, then yeah.
Which they have done back then, over and over again.
Yeah.
Well, North Korea, they made a few statements of denuking and everything, right?
Yeah,
So-
but the fucked up thing was because even just a couple months back, everybody, at least in America, seems to be like panicking because oh fuck, is he gonna nuke us? Is Kim Jong-un gonna nuke us? And then Hawaii had that false missile alarm,
Yeah.
where everybody got a text message and it was like,
Yeah.
this is a public broadcast, please pay attention. North Korea launched a ballistic. Everybody's like, oh my god, my kids, I want to spend the last moment with my kids. Turns out it's like a fake.
Fake, yeah.
So it went from that to let's go to the Olympics now. Hey, we're all BFF.
I just thought of the North Korean cheerleaders. Remember that video? Of
They were such a gem.
so in sync, the cheering. But they look so happy, so
That's their
something
job.
must be going right.
That is their job. No,
Speaking of North Korea, what happened to Trump and
he's gonna get a Nobel
weren't
Peace
they
Prize
supposed
for
to meet
that.
up?
Yeah, they're gonna meet up in a couple months, I think.
But didn't North Korea officially say like it's not because of what Trump did?
Well, here's the thing. North Korea might say something like that, but it's South Korea that recommended that Trump get the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
President Moon Jae-in, South Korea, that was like, oh yeah, Trump deserves this Nobel Peace Prize. And then a whole bunch of people just went batshit insane, and they're like, oh, why the fuck does he deserve a Nobel Peace Prize? He doesn't do anything. He didn't do anything.
What?
But I kind of get the reasoning behind this. But if you're President Moon, you're basically like, I don't want him to fuck this up. So make it seem like he has a stake in it, like give him the prize, give him this peace prize, and then Trump will look at it and be like, yes, I did this.
Really? Or he'll just be like, I have the best words and move on.
Well, I don't know.
Being what he is.
Well, the way these things usually work, even if he gets blamed a lot for this, but I honestly think he's just bumbling around on this. The foreign policy, especially the American ones, it's driven not just by him, but like everybody around him. Basically the power holders of that entire country is kind of pushing towards in a direction. He's just there, just along the ride. But if you think about it, if you were one of those guys that were like influential, it's good for you because now you got this guy that doesn't know what he's doing in there. So you just go up to him and go, hey, Donald, fucking love your tie and shit. Hey, can you sign off these papers that, like fucking bomb this country? Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It is a nice tie, yeah.
It is a nice tie, yes, thank you. Signs it, right? Missiles launched the next day. I'm pretty sure that's probably closer to what's happening over there anyways. So then that's why, Moon Jae-in's like, you know what, let's just prevent this whole thing. Give him a prize, give him a trophy. Give him, what was it? You get like $1 million, I think.
Yeah, so you get there's.
But
he doesn't
considering
need
such
it.
a big millionaire that he is a huge millionaire, does he really need $1 million?
Well, no, it's just to make him like just to boost his ego. Like, hey, like this was you. This was all you, buddy. This is all you, man. This is good. This is a good thing. And then he'll be like, yes.
He
yes,
just crapped on the name of a Nobel Prize.
Well, it was already been crapped on.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even more so. It's.
The Peace Prize is probably the most bullshit one. I mean, like, you got the Literature Prize, which is actually, like a literature prize. It goes to the guy they vote whoever writes the best.
Like the journalism thing?
No.
Like the Peabody?
They have different Nobel Prizes. They have one for science. They have one for literature. They have it's all under the Nobel, but and this one is the Nobel Peace Prize, which is usually a political prize.
Right.
This is a bunch of old guys in what is it, Norway or Sweden? It's one of the Scandinavian countries.
Yeah.
And they just basically just like, I think I like this guy. Let's give it to him.
How did it even reach such a coveted, or become such a coveted prize?
Because did you not hear me? A bunch of guys in Sweden and Norway give it out.
A
bunch of old white guys.
Why would that not be prestigious?
I wish they would acknowledge me for all my work.
If they did, would you like have to suck on their balls just like
for $1 million? Wait.
Wait, let's get this on record. Come on.
I don't remember.
For $1 million.
How much did I don't know. $1 million isn't much anymore.
Oh shit, Jason. After you, if you state this, you're legally obliged to suck on balls of old Scandinavians.
For any amount of money. I can't be bought.
Let the record.
I will only do it if you have a nice personality.
You only do it if you up it. Maybe like $1 million and $1 million and $2.
No. I cannot be bought. I am so noble and just and crap like that.
I think you'd do it for 1.5.
No, I wouldn't. Wait. No. Well, depends who.
Look at you. Is this the picture of conviction here?
1.5? Did you say 1.5?
Make it 1.6.
I was going to say depends who. I don't want to... No.
Make it a shaved sack, 1.6. Jason's on that.
Because if it's like,
well, it's an old white guy.
If it's like... No. I don't even want to say any names right now in case we have imaginary listeners.
Well, what if you actually hit the jackpot and the Nobel Peace Prize Committee, it's not a bunch of old guys. It's just the hottest blondes, Swedish blondes or Norwegian blondes. I really should search up what country.
Are you still talking guys though?
You want it to be good?
I was wondering where were you going with this?
They'll be like 10 out of 10 just smoking hot blondes. As the
You're
Nobel
not
Peace Prize
clarifying
Committee.
if it's a guy or not.
Female, all female.
Yes. Big skip. People will wonder what happened. They'll never find out.
Man, I think the only positive thing we talked about was actually North and South Korea.
And Futurama.
That's
very important.
And Futurama, yes. At the very least, we should record a proper goodbye before we sign off.
That's what I tried to do like 20 minutes ago. What do you got then?
Everything.
Wait, say that again?
Cut everything.
Okay, well, that's definitely making it in. All right, well, thanks again.
Yes. I can't believe you took the time to listen to this horse shit.
This was, and hopefully will continue to be, verbal laxative.
Is that what we end on?
I don't know.
All right, we're good.
All right, everybody bye.
Bye.